A chemical sweetness filled Kiara's lungs, and everything went black. She woke with her wrists chained above her head, as Queen Farsi stepped into the dark cell, smiling from one eye to the other. You should never have come back. You should have stayed hidden. Disowned Princess Part 14. The masquerade had ended hours ago, but Kiara's mind refused to rest. 2 moments replayed endlessly. The sharp, startled warmth in Prince Verbin's eyes when he realized who she was, and the grounding steadiness of Tajiri's hand at her waist, pulling her from the stranger's grasp. 2 men with different personalities and histories, both burned into her bones in ways she didn't dare to figure out. But the night's music had barely faded before another rhythm began the quiet, measured steps of danger. In Igbididi, Queen Farsi's private chamber smelled faintly of crushed roses and cold steel. A masked informant knelt before her, with his head bowed and muffled voice. The masked guard Princess Layla complained about is not Naya, my queen. She is Kiara, the disowned princess, the one who was exiled, your stepdaughter. For a moment, Queen Farsi stared at her informant in silence. Then her lips curled into a faint smile. She has come for revenge, Farsi murmured to herself. Go with only your best, and bring her to me before dawn. Make sure it's a clean mission with no witnesses. The informant bowed lower. It will be done. In Gabardine, Verbin, Tajiri, and Kiara stood in the dim light of the prince's private study. We would help you protect your brother, Tajiri vowed to Kiara in a low voice. And we protect her while we're at it, Verbin said with his arms crossed. The way their eyes stayed locked caused Tajiri's jaw to tighten. His next words came out with a faint, territorial edge. Even though she survived worse without any help. Kiara broke the stare, pretending not to notice the heat between them, but she felt the burning sensation under every word. Later that night, the fireworks finale bloomed above the palace in bursts of gold and crimson. Music swelled from the gardens. The air was rich with the smell of spiced wine and candle smoke. And then, it broke. Shouts cut through the night. Steel clashed against steel. Assassins, moving with the precision of vipers, slipped into the crowd. Kiara reacted instantly. She caught one in the chest before he could draw his second blade. Another darted toward the balcony, and she followed. The chase ended on the slick rooftop. The assassin was fast, but Kiara was faster. She struck low, forcing him to stumble. But then, he felt a sting at her neck. Kiara staggered as her vision blurred and her breathing ceased. The assassin's grin widened as her knees buckled. A chemical sweetness filled her lung, and everything went black. When she woke, her wrists were chained above her head. Cold water dripped from the ceiling onto her hair. The stone floor beneath her was damp, smelling of mold and iron. While her muscles throbbed from being suspended for hours or days, she couldn't tell. The door creaked up, and Queen Farsi stepped inside, draped in black silk, her shadow long against the wall, and her smile spread from one eye to the other. You've been a thorn in my flesh for far too long. You should never have come back. You should have stayed hidden. Little rat. 2 guards moved in. One held a coiled whip that glistened faintly with oil. The other carried a shallow bowl of clear liquid. The first lash split the skin across Kiara's back with a wet crack. The second made her vision blur. She bit down on a scream, but the taste of blood filled her mouth. The bowl of liquid was forced against her lips, burning as it slid down her throat. A substance meant to cloud her mind and strip her will. Her head swam, but she stayed upright, refusing to beg. Farsi's voice was almost tender as she stepped closer. By the time I'm done, we would see how much of you remains. Meanwhile, in Gaboden, a woman with Kiara's mask and uniform walked the palace halls. Her posture was stiff, and her voice was off, but the disguise was convincing enough for casual eyes. A stupid idea they believed would work out smoothly, but it didn't fool Verbin or Tajiri. Within minutes, they had her pinned in a side corridor and ripped the mask off her face. "Who sent you?" Tajiri growled. The impersonator trembled but said nothing. Verbin's expression was cold. "Then you'll lead us to her, one way or another." For the first time, the hunt was no longer in Farsi's hands. It was in theirs.